What's up, YouTube? So, kind of 2015 F150 5.0 four-wheel drive that I'm doing a crown 1 to 2 inch drop on. And here's the stock comparison. It's a big difference. I haven't found any videos that show how to do this, so here's a video. And it's kind of sad to cut your bed like that, but you know, I work with aluminum, so I could just weld something in there, support it a little bit better than that. So pretty much what you have to do is you have to get that bolt in there, which I had to file it down to fit, but pretty much you have to get that in there, but it's got to go from up here. And when you take the stock one out, you got to push it and it goes in there. And then I guess the good thing about it being aluminum is you can take your magnet, push it down there to get the bolt out. So that is that's how you do it pretty much. I took the shock out to get the Sawzall and then an angle grinder in there. Just a little more room. You can see where it bolts up right there. So that's what I'm working on. There's not many videos that show how to do this, so if you feel comfortable cutting your bed, you know, I would recommend it. I don't feel comfortable with it, and I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it, and here we are. So alright guys, so it's in there. You better, a little bit of a pain in the butt to get in there. You see how close it comes up there? And I didn't shave enough off, so you kind of see that it's gonna hit, but I'm just gonna drive it, see if it knocks it out of its way, if it makes noise, and I'll go back in and grind it. But other than that, it's in there. I'm gonna get the wheels back on, go take it to a parking garage so I could check the level, and then I'll get back to you guys on the height difference, and I'll bring the tape measure out because it was 40 inches from the ground to the top of the fender well. So I'll measure that, see really what difference it made in ride height, and I'll let you know if there's any vibration in the rear end and any difference in the handling and driving of it. So I'll let you guys know. So it definitely sits a lot lower. It was 40 inches in the rear, and it's now 38.25. So it didn't really drop it 2 inches. I mean, I will say it does feel lower in the back, but not by much. Now the one thing I did notice is when you drive over a speed bump kind of decently fast, 20 miles an hour. Alright, that was okay. There's some bigger speed bumps that doesn't like too much, and it feels like it hits the bump stop. Alright guys, well, here's how she sits. A little bit taller in the back still. It's only off by 1.25 inches. If you remove the factory four-wheel drive block, that'll give you that leveled out look, but I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Here's the measurements. The measurements for the front, just a hair under 37, and the back was 40 inches or barely over 40 inches, and I'm going from the ground, and you can see just a tad under or over 38, and it was 40, so I guess it dropped it close to 2 inches. see where it sits. You see where I had to cut. I don't really put anything too heavy in my bed. Most of the time I'll tow a trailer before I put something back there. That's why I didn't really care for the short bed, but sorry for the dirty truck. Black is hard to keep clean. Washed it Tuesday, I think, and it's Saturday. So the final review, I would say the drop on the truck, total of 3 inches, rides really smooth. And it feels like it rides better than factory. And when I did just the drop shackles, it rode kind of rough, had a little bit of vibrations and whatnot. I was thinking I was going to have to repitch the drive shaft, but I took the blocks out, 4-wheel drive blocks out, and this thing rides extremely smooth. I off-roaded the truck stock, and I off-roaded it with the rear dropped, and it performs so much better with the rear dropped. It's smoother, it doesn't hop or anything with the rear axle, so I'm very pleased with how this turned out. And yeah, I would recommend it. Cutting your bed is probably not the best thing, but you could either go lower and do an axle flip kit, which you won't have to cut the bed support for that. But like I said, I'll just weld something in there in the future. So, well, I hope you guys enjoy this, because there's not a lot of videos of dropping a 2015 to 2019 F150 out there with the drop shackles. And most companies do say they require to cut the bed, which I didn't read that when I bought it, but I did it, and I completely love the way this truck looks, and I love the way it drives. It's nice and smooth. Haven't hooked the trailer up to it, so it's probably gonna sag, but I don't tow anything too heavy. So if I tow anything heavier, I'll just go ahead and get the airbag.